Do you like Subnautica and or Magic the Gathering? Then check this out. I took my Glarb Sea Creature Tribal deck and made a Subnautica version of all the cards. Each card with their own unique arts, and some of which have their own flavor text that either reference or are direct quotes from the games. But for today, we'll be focusing on this one. And here it is, ladies and gentlemen, the strongest 2-mana card in this entire deck. Bloom Tender! Not to mention yet another card that is supposed to be an elf, and Subnautica doesn't have too many creatures that resemble those, so I can't really be too picky. Anyway, yeah, this is Bloom Tender, as a sea monkey. Bloom Tender is yet another target for my brother's unbridled hatred for my deck building patterns. To be fair, Zach doesn't really hate Bloom Tender, he more of just hates the fact that whenever it's turn 2, he feels like he can have this unholy sense that I'm gonna have it in my opener, and that I run it in a ton of decks. But it's not my fault! The fact that this card slots into any deck that has at least 3 colors, especially if the commander itself is all 3 of those pips and no generic mana, is just, it's not on me! When you play this on turn 2, you basically double your mana for turn 3, because you use all 3 of your lands to cast your commander, and then tap this for green, black, and blue. It's fantastic! It's not my fault it's this amazing! Not to mention, Bloom Tender is one of the 3 creatures in this deck that if you give Penman's Aura to, it could just straight up go infinite. Granted, it is a rare occasion that I have both that infinite mana and the outlet to use it with in order to win the game at that moment, but still, it is invaluable to this deck. So then you might be asking yourself, why would such an important card be represented by the Sea Monkey? And to that I would say, how dare you! The Sea Monkey is important! I love the idea of these mischievous little guys that'll just run up to you and take your gear in the middle of your gameplay. Is it annoying the first time? Yes! But it's also endearing and a fun mechanic. Not to mention, they intertwine this mechanic with the progression of the game so well. Whenever you're exploring a cave system that has sea monkey nests, you'll notice that there are a lot of parts for new devices that they use to build their nests with. You can then scan those parts in order to get new blueprints. And this makes canonical sense because you know there were many Altera faculty on this planet before you got here, which is where they must have gotten all those parts from to build their nests. But something you only realize later on is if you respect the sea monkeys and don't go out of your way to be mean to them, they'll start returning the favor. Throughout the game, they bring you different resources and different rare materials in order to help you along your way. They're the living embodiment of Sour Patch Kids in Subnautica. First they're sour, then they're sweet. Truth be told, Bloom Tender went through a few different iterations where I attributed different creatures to it. At first it was the Mesmer, then it became the Cuttlefish, but eventually I realized that both those creatures fit different creatures in the deck a lot better, so I ended up moving the Sea Monkey over to Bloom Tender, and I think it's better off for it. In summation, Bloom Tender is an extremely strong card, the Sea Monkey is a really fun and unique creature from Subnautica, and I'm very happy with how this card turned out. Alright, I think that's about it. If there's a card from the Moxfield list that you'd like me to cover next, please comment it below. If you'd like to see more videos like this, or a longer, more comprehensive video about my Subnautica deck, please click the link in the description. Oh, and subscribe for more!